Hi and welcome. Thanks for joining me. I'm Cheryl and this is Your Journey Yoga. And today we're going to do a little bit of toning. So I invite you to grab a light set of dumbbells, nothing crazy, max maybe an 8. I've got a 5-pound set. You can have a 1, 2, 3, whatever you like. You can have soup cans. So just something to add a little bit of weight to your workout. We're going to do some toning and we're going to do some stretching. We're going to warm up a little bit, getting the body ready to know that it's time to work. Thanks for being here. Let's open up our stance just a little bit and we're just going to sway side to side. Nothing crazy. So nothing super fast. I just want you to rotate through the torso, letting those arms just gently swing, checking in. How you doing today? I hope fantastic. Ready for a little work, a little self-care. So we're going to get a little self-care first, prepare the body, and then we're going to get some work done. Come back to center and inhale, reach it up. As you exhale, a little bend of the knees, a little pull of those arms. Inhale, reach it up. You can widen your stance if you like. You don't have to. You can stay narrow. A little self-care, right? A little work, and then a little more self-care. Let's do that one more time. Place the hands to the insides of the thighs, and as you exhale, press that right knee out and away. Turn and look out over your left shoulder. Inhale it back to center. Now you can just use body weight on this. You don't even need the dumbbells if you don't like. Inhale it back to center. I encourage you, press it away to really take care of your body. Okay, if there is a signal that, hey, this isn't great, one more time we take it and look out over that right shoulder. And coming back to center, bend those knees, place your hands down. Let's heel toe those feet out nice and wide. And then we're going to bend one knee and then the other. Just warming up through the hips. Going side to side, lengthening down the inner thigh, warming up through the hips. So we're going to get some upper body, we're going to get some lower body. We're going to use those weights, but you don't have to. Again, just body weight is just fine. Let's take it one more time to the right. And come back through to center, straighten those legs and just let your upper body hang. Breathe. Supporting with your hands, heel toe your feet in once. Toes are still turned open and relax the weight of the upper body down. And you are also welcome at any point if you feel like you don't really want the weights, you started with them. Just be careful, bend those knees, set them down. Rocking forward and back, toes to heels, heels to toes. And again, supporting with those hands, heel toe your feet in once more. This time, feet are parallel. And just relax the weight of the upper body down. A forward fold. Breathe. Shift your weight to your heels. As you inhale, bend your knees, lower down into a tight little squat. And then as you exhale, extend those legs. Let's heel toe those feet in once more. Again, bend the knees, weights in the heels, bending down as low as feels okay to you, and then extend those legs. As you get that full extension, soft bend in your knees, bringing the hands to the elbows and just gently sway side to side. Big, full, deep breaths. Relax your arms. And ever so slowly ragdoll your way up. At the top, give those shoulders a nice big roll up and back and let your shoulders slide down and away. Let's shift our weight to our right foot, pull that left knee in, just a gentle tug and release it. Shift your weight to the left, lift the right knee, just a little tug and set it back down. Just roll the ankles. All right, so we're ready. If you need a drink, grab one. If you've got your weights handy, squat down low, pick them up, and rise. So we're going to incorporate just some weights. We're going to add some stretches, some poses in. So I'm going to invite you to turn to the top of your mat. If you don't have a mat, it's okay. Face whichever way you want to. Just make sure you've got room in front of you and behind you, and give those shoulders a good roll up and back. And shoulders slide down and away. Do that again. These shoulder shrugs, you can make them circles or you can go up and down. Great way to let go of tension and tightness in your neck, to work those traps. And then let those shoulders just gently slide down and away. We're going to turn our palms to face front, shifting your weight to your left foot. Right big toe can barely touch the floor, or you can lift that right knee to 90 degrees and flex your foot. We have bicep curls. Palms are facing out. We let those arms fully extend. We're working our balance, we're working our core. Just slow and steady. About 90% of the way, all the way up, and then all the way down. Working from that full extension and up to 90%. Good, one more. Go ahead and release those arms down by your side. Release that right foot. Shift your weight to your right foot. We lift that left knee, left big toe barely touching, or lift that left knee to 90 and flex your foot. Turn your palms to face your thighs, and we have hammer curls. Again, 90% range here. So as we come full extension down, 90% of the way up. Keeping that core nice and strong, chest tall, and just breathe. Big, full, deep breaths. Quiet your mind, be present. If you need that toe down, leave it down. Last two. And one. Full extension. Go ahead and place that left foot back to the mat. We hinge it forward, coming halfway over. A nice flat back. Palms are facing one another. Arms are going to be slightly bent. Core strong. We lift those arms, squeeze and release. Lifting those arms up to about shoulder height. If they don't quite go to shoulder height, options, you can release those weights. You can go one arm at a time. Just be mindful that those shoulders stay level. And then maybe one together. Lots of options, guys. Breathe. Core staying strong. Getting that nice little gentle pull down the hamstrings into those glutes, making sure you're taking care of your back. Core strong, last one. And let those arms be heavy. Give them a little shake. And we're going to pull those elbows straight back. Row and down. Pull it straight back. We want to feel the insides of our biceps brush against the inside or outside of the rib cage. Breathe, slow and steady. Just making sure you're breathing. I like to say that exhale on the work phase, but as long as you're breathing, that's what matters. 2 and 1. And hinge it all the way up nice and tall. Again, good shoulder roll. And again. And we're going to bring the weights to the tops of the thighs. As you exhale, hinge it forward, nice flat back. Legs mostly straight, soft little bend in your knees. Hinging over, and then slowly we come back up. Roll those shoulders up and back. And again, hinge. Weights are going to go right along the front of your legs. Nice flat back. And we rise. So we want to be mindful of that rounding. It does not happen through the upper body. Tummy and chest. We're not going to let them hollow. We're going to stay long through the spine, keeping that belly button drawn in. Shooting your booty back just a little bit. So we're creating that hinge from the hips rather than a bend of the waist. Breathe. One more time. Just let your gaze follow with you as you come down. And we rise, coming back up. Good shoulder roll up and back. And shoulders slide down and away. Bring your big toes to touch. Little space between the heels. We bring the hands to the shoulders. As you exhale, sit to chair. Now with or without the weights. Our weight is in our heels. You can extend one arm and bring it back down. Other arm and bring it back down. Both if you like. If you're like, man, that is a lot of work. I think I'm just going to hold them at my shoulders. That is absolutely fine. Breathe. Just stay low in those legs. Stay strong through the core. If your lower back starts to talk to you, put those weights down. This is about challenging our bodies to grow stronger without injuring them. We keep that pelvis square. We keep the shoulders square. We keep our body in line. One more. These are intense, I know that. And press. And rise. Hinging it forward, allowing those arms to gently hang. Turn your palms towards your legs. Soft bend in your knees. Big toes are still touching. Pinkies are going to lead the way to the sky and back down. Pinkies to the sky and back down. You can bend your elbows if you need to a little bit. Don't lift quite so high if you need to. Put the weights down if that's better. Breathe. Little soft bend in the knees. Those legs are working. Lots of upper body. Last one. And rise. Let's once again open up those legs and just sway with or without the weights. Weights are just going to add a little bit more rotation, more torque. Make sure that that's right for you. Nice little release for that lower back. You feel that heart rate come up a little bit. Come back to center. And once again, step to the top of your mat. Hands to shoulders. Shift your weight to your left foot. Take a giant step back to your crescent lunge. Turn your palms open. Elbows go wide. Sink deeper in those legs. And as you exhale, press and extend your leg. We press overhead. Arms come slightly in front of those ears. Pelvis stays square. Exhale and press. And sink. Press. And sink. Breathe. Now, if my reps are different than what you need today, more or less is better for you, adjust that. If you want to go a little faster, just be mindful of your form. If you want to go a little slower, that's fine too. Last one. Go ahead and sink into those legs. Hold those arms overhead. If that's not great for your back, bring those hands back down to your shoulders. Breathe. Turn your palms towards one another. Slowly lower those arms down. All the way extending those arms. And we lift. And we lower. Our hammer curls. Working the biceps. Still working those legs. Breathe. What do you feel? Feel pretty good? Or are you like, oh my gosh, I can smell flames? Breathe. Almost there. Last one. Stay low. Step it in. Stay low. Little pulses. Arms are just down by your sides. Like you're going to set a suitcase down. Keep that chest nice and tall. Oh my goodness. One more. And rise. Roll those shoulders up and back. Bring those hands overhead. Press. And lower. Press. Arms slightly in front of those ears. Weight evenly distributed in those feet. Just standing tall. As those arms press overhead, feel those core muscles engage. Strong through those shoulders. Your range of motion is your range of motion. 2 more. And last one. We lower those hands down to shoulder height. We shift our weight to our right foot. Giant step back with the left. Breathe. Let's lower those hands down to elbow height. And we're going to open and close. As we close, those weights aren't going to touch. They're just going to come right in line with the elbows. About waist width apart. Breathe. We're just keeping that static hold in the leg. Finding your breath. Working with that breath, whatever it is. Keeping that core strong. 2 more. Mindful of our body position. Last one. And extend those arms. Turn your palms out. Your traditional bicep curl, we straighten that front leg. And then we lower as we release those arms. Bicep curl as you extend. And sink. Straighten and bend. Use your breath. Pelvis is still facing front, challenging our balance a little bit. Flexibility a little bit. You feel that length down the front of that left leg. Working that right booty. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And breathe. Let's go 2 more. And last one. Stay low. Pull the hands up to the chest. Core strong. Draw that left foot in. Sink low. Little pulses. Breathe. Hands are just right by your chest. Little pulses, little pulses. Breathe. 4, 3, 2, and rise. Woo! All right, roll those shoulders. If you need a drink, grab one. Core strong. Bend those knees. We're going to lower it down. We're going to place those weights just outside the feet. Hands can be on the mat or on the weights, and we step our feet back. You are welcome to bring your knees to the mat, untucking those toes, or staying up on the toes. Breathe. Let's widen our stance with those feet about the width of the mat. And we're going to pull that right hand up right by the base of the rib cage and set it down. Left hand and down and right. Down and left. Our renegade rows. Doing our best to keep the shoulders level, pelvis level. Body's not moving other than those arms. 2 more each side. Last one. Walk your feet back in. Release your knees and sit it back to child's pose. Oh, that feels good. Stretching out the back. Checking in with your breath. We're just going to bring those weights together, just inside your arms. Arms extending out nice and long. Hands shoulder width apart. Spread your fingers wide. We're going to inhale up to a modified high plank. Your option is to keep that modified plank or tuck your toes and extend your legs. 1 push up. Press it back to child's pose or down dog. Inhale it back to your plank, modified or regular. Push up. Down dog or child's pose. Inhale to plank. Push up. And down dog or child's pose. Inhale, plank. Push up. And child's pose. You can stay in child's pose anytime you need to. Or down dog. We have 5 more. 4 more. Find a pace that works for you. Be on your knees or be on your toes. Hold your plank. Find a space that is right for you, where you feel challenged but successful. We have 2 more. Your last 2 should be pretty darn hard. You're like, I don't know if I can do this, but I think I can. And your last one, by goodness I did. Go ahead and release your knees and press it back to child's pose. Heck yeah. Good work. So good. Feeling the heart rate go up. Feeling the body getting a little tired. We're going to do some stretches, keeping this at a time frame that is good for you, respectful of your time, but making it worthwhile. Let's walk those hands underneath the shoulders and extend that right leg straight out to the side. Shift your weight to your right hand, left arm reaches high. Oh, I just got some good pops. As you exhale, reach that left hand through towards your toes. Rotate and reach. Right arm high. Oh my gosh, does that feel good? Breathe. Slowly releasing that right hand down, pressing it back up to tabletop. Walk your hands forward. If you have your weights, go ahead and slide those off to the side. And then press your sit bones back. And breathe. And slowly walk your hands back up. Crossing that right leg up and over the left. Nestle your toes down into the carpet or the floor. And then slowly look out over your left shoulder. That feels so good. We bring it back to center, bringing that right leg back to center and gently draw it in. Left leg is going to go straight out to the side, sole of the foot to the mat. We shift our weight to our left hand, right arm reaches high. As you exhale, right hand passes through, shoulder to the mat, side of the head to the mat. We rotate and reach, left arm high. Working to stack our shoulders, to extend and create space in that left shoulder joint. Big, full, deep breaths. As you exhale, release that left hand down, pressing it back up to tabletop. Walking your hands forward, press your sit bones back. Stretching through the inner thigh, the lower back, the glutes, the shoulders, the chest. Such a good stretch. Inhale, lift just slightly, pull those hands back underneath those shoulders. We lift that left leg, crossing it up and over the right. Nestle your toes down into the carpet or the floor, and then turn and look out over your right shoulder. Feeling that good stretch all the way down that left side. Inhale, gaze it back to center. Bringing that left leg back to center and pull it in. Let's crisscross at the ankles and walk the hands back to easy pose. Sitting up nice and tall, reach it high. Lengthen and hinge it forward. Release your hands. Relax the weight of your upper body down. I know oftentimes we'll start with this. Feels pretty amazing to end with it as well. A lot of work done in a short period of time. I hope that was fun. I hope it was challenging. I hope you felt like it was worthwhile. Always, always. I always want your time on your mat to be good. It is precious time that we take out of our busy schedules to take care of ourselves. And I want to always give you my very best to help you be your very best. Inhale, circle the hands back by your hips. Big circle those arms up and overhead. Reach it high. And exhale, release your hands down by your sides. Switch so the other leg is in front. Reach it high. Exhale, lengthen, hinge it forward. Again, just that forward fold with that cross-legged. How does it feel for the groin, for the outer hips, the lower back? Oftentimes we prefer one leg in front, just a little more natural and easy. But as we continually go to that side, we can keep reinforcing those imbalances in our bodies, and we really want to get that body back into balance, where we don't necessarily have as much of a preference. It feels equally as good on both sides. That's what we're going for. So it's not quite there. It's okay. That's where we're headed. That's our goal. Inhale, circle the hands back by your hips. Big circle those arms up and overhead. Reach it high. And as you exhale, let your arms just gently float down by your sides. Sitting up nice and tall. As you exhale, release your chin down towards your chest. We roll the head to the right ear over the right shoulder. Fair amount of shoulder work today. Pressing that left palm down towards your ground. Close your eyes, relax your jaw. Roll it back through center and then over to the left. Left ear over the left shoulder and a little press of that right palm down towards your ground. And gently releasing your chin back down towards the chest. Bringing the hands behind your head, interlace your fingers, let your elbows close around your ears, and just gently pull down. Inhale, head up nice and tall, open your elbows wide. And as you exhale, little lean to the right. Lift that left elbow just a little bit higher. Stretching through the ribs and the waist. Inhale it back to center. And exhale, lean to the left. Lifting that right elbow. Breathe, breathe, breathe. I hope you'll come back time and time again. Lots and lots of content here. Hopefully something that hits just right. Inhale it up nice and tall. I hope this did today. Extend those arms to the sky. As you exhale, lower your hands down to shoulder height. Turn your palms out front and press those palms forward as you hollow the tummy and chest. Space between those shoulder blades. Inhaling it up nice and tall. And pull those hands down to heart center. Take a moment, close your eyes. Let your shoulders be heavy. Let your spine be tall. Give yourself just a couple big, deep breaths here. A moment of gratitude for your strong and able mind and body. For this time together on your mat. Helping us to grow stronger, to be more present, to find more balance in our life. In every aspect. Gently open your eyes. My beautiful friend, thank you for joining me today. I hope it was amazing. I hope it was good time spent on your mat. I wish you the very, very best day, evening, wherever you are in your day. I hope it's been fantastic and it gets better and better throughout the day. Take care of yourself, and I always look forward to the next time. Until then, healthy, happy, and whole. Namaste.